Okay, good morning students. So here we continue with our second chapter, real numbers. The next topic is surd. Surd is actually, it is a number as like this. How we read it? Nth root of a. Okay, nth root of a. So here we have some examples that we have this number as square root of 3. If suppose here is 3, then we read it as cube root of 5. Here is the number square root of 25. If there is no any number, we consider it is 2, and hence we read it as square root of that number 25. Okay, but if that given number nth root of a, we called it as surd. When we called it as surd, if suppose it satisfies these three conditions. So what are the conditions? Here we write down. For a number nth root of a, if n is an integer greater than 1. Here is small n and that value is greater than 1 and it's what? Integer. Okay, positive integer greater than 1. Second condition is what? A is positive rational number. That number we write down here at the position of a, that a is positive rational number and that number itself is an irrational number, then we call that number as surd. So as we're taking these three examples, so we can this concept clearly. Okay, first number is what? Root 3. First condition is what? N is an integer greater than 1. Suppose here no number is given, means we consider it as 2, and 2 is what? An integer greater than 1. So first condition satisfy here. Okay, A is what? Positive rational number. So here 3 is what? Yes, positive rational number, and that whole number itself is an irrational number. And as we know, root 3 is what? Irrational number, and hence we can say root 3 is what? A surd. Okay, now second example, root 25. So according to these three conditions, n is an integer. Again here no number is given, means it's we consider it as 2, which is an integer greater than 1, means first condition satisfy here. A is what? Positive rational number. Yes, 25 is positive rational number. So second condition also satisfy. But that third condition is what? That the whole number, that nth root of a is an irrational number. But here that root 25, as we know, that the value of root 25 is 5. Means it is a rational number, and it means that third condition does not satisfy here, and hence we can say that given value root 25 is not a surd. Okay, understood this? Here root 3 is a surd because all three conditions satisfy here, but here first two conditions satisfy, but that the last one, which is very important, that the whole value, that nth root of a is an irrational number as we required for surd, but here that value is equal to 5, means it's a rational number, means that root 25 is not an irrational number, and hence it is not a surd. So similarly in third one, all three conditions satisfies, and hence we can say that given value cube root of 5 is also a surd. Okay, because n is what? 3, which is an integer greater than 1. A is what? 5, which is a positive rational number, and that whole value is an irrational number. Okay, so that third example, cube root of 5 is what? A surd. Okay, so like this we have to verify, or we have to decide that whether that given number is surd or not using these three conditions. Okay, also we have some terms over here, that the sign, root sign is called as radical sign. Okay, that the number is lies in that sign is what? radicand, and that n, as we said, that nth root, that n is what? Order of a surd. Okay students, so in practice set we have some examples, as we have given that number, and we have to decide whether that number is surd or not, or that questions also write the order of a surd. Also we have some operations on surd, or we have to do that simplest form of a surd. Also there we have that topic similar or like surds and rationalization of surd. So let's do with that practice set, and one by one we discuss about all these topics. Okay students, so here we do start practice set 2.3. okay, so here we do start with practice set 2.3. First question is very simple: state order of a surd. Okay, so here we have few examples. That the first one is what? Cube root of 7. So order means what? That the value of n is called as a order of surd. So here order of this surd is what? 3. Yes. Here that 5 is outside that term, means 5 is a rational number multiply with irrational root 12, and hence here order of surd is what? Yes, it's 2. Okay. If suppose there is no number here, we read it as square root, and square means we consider it as 2. Okay, and here as we observe that the order of this surd is what? 4. So like this you have to mention this order of that given surds. Okay students, second question is state which of the following are surds, justify your answer. So here first example is what? Cube root of 51. So to decide whether it is surd or not, we have to verify that 3 conditions. Okay, so first condition is about value of n. So n is here 3, which is an integer and greater than 1. Second condition is for a, that value is 51, which is a rational number, positive rational number. And third is very important, that whole value cube root of 51 is what? An irrational number. Okay, because we cannot give that answer for cube root of 51 as a whole number. Okay, so means cube root of 51 is an irrational number. So all three conditions satisfy here, and hence we can say given number is what? A surd. Okay, so like this we justify our answer, that the first condition n equal to what? 3, which is an integer greater than 1, that the value of a is 51 is a positive rational number, and that whole value is an irrational number, and hence that given number is a surd. Okay, now we try for the fifth one, cube root of 64. So here that what we notice here, yes, that the cube root of 64 is what? That value of cube root of 64 is 4. Okay students, so here not supposed to write that all three conditions, that the n is 3, which is greater than 1, 64 is an integer and rational number, because as you notice here that value is not an irrational number, and hence we can write, pay attention over here, we write the value of cube root of 64 as 4, and it means that the given value is not an irrational number, and therefore that cube root of 64 is not a surd. So like this we justify our answer for 1 mark question that the example asked in exam. Okay, and that remaining examples I keep as your homework. Okay students, now we try for the fourth question. I will skip that third one because that third question is depend on this fourth. So first we have to understand this concept, that the simplify the following surds. Here we have given as one surd root 27, and simplify means what? We have to factorize this radicand, that the value of a, which is 27 here, in a such a way that that the one factor gives us perfect square root, because here we have that root of 27, square root of 27, and hence we factorize this 27 in such a way that the one factor gives us a perfect square number. And as we know, we can factorize that 27 as 9 into 3. 9 3s are 27, and now we separate these numbers, that root 9 into what? Root 3. And as we know that 9 is a perfect square number, that the square root of 9 is what? 3. Therefore we write that number as 3 root 3. Means that root 27 we can simplify it like 3 root 3. Okay, you can directly write down that 3 root 3 after this step. Okay, that not necessary to write down this bifurcation, separate product. Okay, so root 27 is the given surd, and that simplification means what? You have to factorize that number in a such a way that the one factor gives perfect square number, and that factorization of 27 is 9 3s are, and square root of 9 is what? 3. So we write down that 3 outside, so that simplest form is 3 root 3. Okay, now we try for the fourth example. Again, that given surd is what? Root 112. So we have to factorize this 112 such a way that the one factor gives a perfect square number. Okay, so first we factorize 8 as like this. Pay attention over here. As we know that the one factor is a perfect square number, so here we take that perfect square numbers as 4, 9 and 16. Okay, so that number 112, as we divide it by 4, so factors are 4 into what? 28. Okay, so we can write down that factors 4 into 28, and we take that square root of 4 outside as 2. But again, as we observe here, 28 again factorize. So as we try for 9, it's not possible, which is not divisible. 112 not divisible by 9. And as we factorize this 28, so we getting one more, that greater of perfect square number as 16, because as we know that the factors of 28 is what? Again 4 into 7, and hence we get that the factors of 112 as 16 into what? 7. Yes, like this. Okay students, so means you have to take that the factors like this, that the maximum of that number you getting as a perfect square number. So here 16 into 7, these are correct factors, and here we take that square root of 16 outside, so that simplification is 4 root 7. Okay, so given surd is root 112, and that simplest form or that simplification is 4 root 7. We factorize this 112 in such a way that the maximum of that perfect square number we getting as 16 here. 16 7s are 112, so that taking outside square root of 16 as 4 root 7 is a answer for 1 mark question that the example asked in exam. Okay, and now we solve we solve this third question. Question is, classify the given pair of surds into like surds and unlike surds. Now here first we have to understood that the concept of like surds. What is like surds? Okay, so pay attention over here. Here I taking two examples. That the first one is, here I taking 3 surds, root 2, 3 root 2 and 5 upon 7 root 2. So what we observe here students, that the order of that each surd is same, that is 2, and that radicand in all 3 surds, that radicand is also same, and hence these 3 surds are called as like surds. Okay, if order is same and that radicands also same, then that surds are known as like surds. And here in second example, here order is same, but that the radicand not equal or not same, and hence these surds are what? Unlike surds. So first example is of like surds and second example is of unlike surds. Getting this point? And using this concept, now we have to classify that given surds in like surds and unlike surds. Okay. So first example, we have given that pair as root 52 and 5 root 13. So according to that concept of like surd and unlike surds, as you observe here that the order is same, but that radicands not same. But yes, as we notice here, root 52 is that given surd, first surd, and that radicand is 52, which is factorized, and that one factor we getting as a perfect square number, and second one is what? 13. Means first we have to simplify this first surd, okay, like this. 52, that the factors are 4 into 13, 13 4s are 52, and that square root of 4 is what? 2, as we taking outside, and that root 13 as it is. And now as we observe here that the value of root 52 is now root 2 root 13, and here that second one is what? 5 root 13, and hence we can say these two are what now? Like surds. Okay, so as you observe that radicands are not same, so directly you cannot say that these are unlike surds. If that number is factorized, and first you have to factorize that number and then compare these two surds. If that order and radicand is same, we can say these are like surds. Okay, now second pair is what? Root 68 and 5 root 13. Sorry, 5 root, not 13, it's 3. And now here as you observe that 68, we cannot factorize this as we getting that one factor as 3. Okay, here that the test of 3 fails, so 68 not divisible by 3, and hence we can directly say these two are what? Unlike surds. Understood this? Okay, now one more we taking 5 root 5 and root 75. So what we observe here, students, that 75, we can take the factor 5 from it as 15 5s. Okay, but what we notice here that the 15 is not perfect square number, and hence we cannot factorize this 75 as 15 5s, because that one factor as 5 we getting here, but that 15 is not perfect square number, and hence we factorize that 75 as 25 3 is a 75, where that 25 is a perfect square number. Square root of 25 is 5, and that root 3 as it is. And now as we notice this first and that second, that the simplest form of that root 75, what we observe here, yes, order is same, but that the radicands are not same, and hence both surds are unlike surds. Okay, both are what? Unlike surds. Or there is one another method also. Here what we do, we simplify this root 75 and we factorize that 75 as 25 3s, and we taking that square root of 25 outside as 5 root 3. Okay, another method is what? That simplest form is what? 5 root 5, and we write down this, write it like this. 5 root 5 is equal to what? That 5 is what? Yes, it's a square root of 25, and that 5 we write down as square root of 25 into that root 5 as it is. And if that order is same, so we can multiply both radicands as 25 into 5, and 25 5s are 125, so answer is root 125. So 5 root 5, that the value is root 125, and that second surd is root 75. Now we compare these two. So here we notice that the radicands not same, and hence that answer is that given pair is not like surd or it is a unlike surds. Okay, so like this, that the 1 mark question asked in exam. Okay students, now the next question is compare the following given pair of surds, means which one is greater and which one is less, or both are equal or not. So here I write down that general form. Using this we have to compare that pair of surds. Okay, so if you have given two surds, nth root of a and nth root of b, then we can say nth root of a greater than nth root of b if what, a is greater than b. Means what you have to do here, that order must be same and we compare that radicands, and if a is greater than b means that nth root of that a, that surd is greater than that of second nth root of b. Okay, getting this? First we have to observe, or we have to notice that order is same or not, and if order is same we compare these radicands. If a is less than b, then we can say nth root of a less than of that nth root of b, and if a and b both radicands are equal, then that surds also equal. So like this we compare that given pair of surds. Getting this point students? So first pair is what, 7 root 2 and second one is 5 root 3. But what we observe here, here we have that mixed type of surd, means that outside is what, rational number. So first we simplify this part and we write down that given surd as nth root of that radicand. Okay, so pay attention over here. To compare these two surds, what we do here, first that 7 root 2, that the 7 is what, square root of 49. So that same number 7 we can write down it as root 49 into what, that root 2. So here order is same, so we can multiply these radicands, root 49 into 2. So answer is what, root 98, means that the value of 7 root 2 is what, root 98. Similarly we find out that the 5 root 3, so 5 means what, it's a square root of 25. Okay, so simplify this and give me the value of 5 root 3. Is it correct? Square root of 25 is 5, so 5 we can write down it as root 25 into root 3. So order is again same here, so 25 into 3 means what, root 75 is the value of 5 root 3. And now here we compare these radicands, and what we notice here, that the 98 is greater than 75, means root 98 greater than root 75, and it means that root 98 is what, at the simplest form of that 7 root 2 greater than 5 root 3. Understood this? How we compare these two surds? What we do first, that given surds is known as this 7 root 2 and 5 root 3 are what, mixed type of surds, and we convert it into what, simplest form, that 7 root 2 we can write down that the 7 as root 49 because square root of 49 is 7. So root 49 into root 2, as we do this product of radicands we getting it as root 98. Similarly for 5 root 3 we getting it as root 75. So here also that order is same, and now we compare these radicands where we notice that 98 is greater than 75, means root 98 is greater than root 75, and it means that the root 98 is the value of 7 root 2 which is greater than 5 root 3. Okay students, now we try for the sixth one, 5 root 3 and 9. Now we compare these two numbers. Okay, so 5 root 3, now again here that 5 root 3 is what, mixed type of surd, so first we convert it. So 5 is what? Square root of 25. Okay. So 25 into 3 means we getting here root, yes, 75. And that 9, which is a rational number, so that 9 is what? Square root of 81. Getting this? Actually that root 81 is not a surd. Okay. Root 75 is a surd. It is not surd, but actually we have to compare these two numbers, means one surd and one rational number. And what we observe here, students, yes, now we can say that the first number 75 less than that of that radicand 81, and it means that the root 75 is less than root 81. Okay, but root 75 is the value of 5 root 3, which is less than that of root 81, means 9. Okay, so like this, for 1 mark question you have to solve this example in exam. Okay students, so the remaining examples I will keep as your homework. Okay students, there is one another method also, as taking squaring or both numbers you can solve, or you can compare these two numbers or two surds. Okay students, sixth question is simplify. Means what? You have to do addition or subtraction of that two surds, and there is one rule when we do that addition or subtraction. If that surds are like surds, means that order is same and that radicands also same. So what we observe, what we have to do here students, that 5 root 3 plus 8 root 3 means here we observe that order is same, radicand also same, means it is as like as we taking that addition of that variable terms 5x plus 8x, we write down it as 13x. So similarly here 5 root 3 plus 8 root 3, we write it as 13 root 3. Getting this? You may take that common part, that the rational numbers 5 plus 8 and root 3 as a common, or you can directly write down that answer as 13 root 3 at the addition of these two like surds. Okay, now we try for that second one. 9 root 5 minus 4 root 5 plus root 125. So what we observe here students, that the three surds are here, but that all three surds are not like surds. Okay, first two are like surds, third one is root 125. So first we have to factorize it in a such a way that the one factor we getting it as 5 here, and one is what? Perfect square number, and hence that factorization of 125 is exactly 25 5s, because 25 is a perfect square number. And then we simplify it, so you can subtract this part first. 9 root 5 minus 4 root 5 is what? 5 root 5. At the subtraction of these first two surds, like surds, 9 minus 4 5 root 5 plus again this square root of 25 is 5 root 5, and hence here we now do addition of these rational numbers 5 plus 5, so answer is 10 root 5. Getting this? What we do here, that the last surd which is not a like surd with this first two, so we factorize as 125 as 25 5s, we taking that square root of 25 outside as 5. So here we getting as 9 root 5 minus 4 root 5 plus 5 root 5. So subtraction of first two like surds, 5 root 5 plus again this last one 5 root 5. So that addition is 10 root 5 is the answer. Okay. In third example, 7 root 48 minus root 27 minus root 3. So again what we observe here, that the radicands are not same, means first we have to do this like surds, and for that in first two surds we have to factorize these two numbers. 48 we have to factorize in a such a way that the one factor we getting as that the 3, and another factor is perfect square number. Similarly for 27, so that factors of 48 are 16 into 3, and for 27 it's 9 into 3. Then we take that square root of that 16 and 9 outside. Okay, but here for first surd that 7 is already there, so we keep that 7 as it is, and we take that square root of 16 outside as 4 root 3, and for root 27 as we factorize it as 9 into 3, so that square root of 9 is we taking outside as 3 root 3 minus that last number as third root 3 as it is. Okay, and now we do the product of that 7 and 4. 7 4s are 28 root 3 minus 3 root 3 minus root 3, and now these three are like surds. So first we do this subtraction. 28 minus 3 25 minus, here rational number is not there, means it is 1. So 28 minus 3 25 minus 1 24 root 3 is the answer. Or you can first simplify this first two subtraction part. 28 minus 3 25 root 3 minus root 3, so answer is 24 root 3. So for 2 mark, that's the example asked in exam. Okay, and that last one I will keep as your homework, students. Okay, 7th question is multiply and write your answer in simplest form. So here we have given in first example 2 surds, 3 root 12 and root 18. We have to do multiplication of these two surds and write our answer in simplest form. Okay, so as we observe here that 12 and 18, both numbers, both radicands are factorized in a such a way that the one factor gives us perfect square. So first we write simplest form of these two surds here, and then we multiply both. Okay, like this. 12 factorization is 4 3s are, so that square root of 4 is 2. We taking outside that first 3 as it is, 3 into that the square root of 4 is 2 and root 3 as it is, into 18 factorize as 9 2s are, square root of 9 is 3, taking outside 3 root 2, and that sign is multiplication over here. Okay, and now what we do here, we do the product of these rational numbers and these radicands. Okay, so pay attention over here, like this. 3 into 2 into this rational 3 into what, that the radicands, because here order is same, so we do the product of these radicands, 3 into 2, and now we write down the answer as 18 root 6. Here as you notice, 3 2s are 6, 6 3s are 18, and in radicands 3 2s are 6, and that 6 again we do not factorize as one factor gives us perfect square. Okay, so here we write down its simplest form, 18 root 6. Okay students, now pay attention here that the same example we can solve by other method is what, here we factorize first and then we do multiplication, or you can do multiplication first, because here as you notice order is same, so we do that multiplication of 12 and 18 here, and then we factorize that number. Okay, so that product of 12 and 18 is what, yes, 216, and now we have to factorize this 216 in a such way that one factor gives us perfect square number. Okay, and that factors are 36 6, and that square root of 36 is we taking outside as 6, that 3 as it is, 3 into 6 root 6, 3 6 18 root 6. Okay, so this is one also method to solve this kind of examples at the simplest form of that given multiplication. Okay students, now try for that second one, 3 root 12 into 7 root 15. Okay, now here also as we observe that order is same, so we do the product of that rational numbers 3 into 7, and in radical sign we do the product of these radicands, that 12 into 15. So do this product and give me the answer. Okay, is it correct? 3 7s are 21, and that product of 12 and 15 is 180, and now we have to factorize this 180 such that one factor gives us perfect square. Okay, and as you observe here, unit place is 0, means that number is divisible by 5, and as we divide that 180 by 5, the factors are 36 into 5, and that square root of 36 is 6. Okay, and now we simplify it again. Okay, understood? Square root of 36 as 6 root 5, and that outside 21 6 are 126 root 5 is the product of that given two surds. Okay, this is the simplest form. Okay students, and that remaining two examples I will keep as your homework. Okay students. Okay, that 8th question is divide and write your answer in simplest form. The rule is same as we use in multiplication. Okay, so root 98 we have to divide it by root 2. So this division we can write down in P upon Q form, root 98 upon root 2. So here as we notice that the order is same, so we write both radicands in one radical sign as like this 98 upon 2, and that division is 49, and 49 is a perfect square number, so root of 49 is 7. So that simplest form of this division is 7. Okay. Similarly for second one, root 125 divided by root 50. So here again we write down both surds in P upon Q form, and what we observe here again that order is same, so we write down as root 125 upon 50, and as you observe here, yes, that the 25 is a common factor, so that simplest form is root 5 upon 2. 25 5s are 125, 25 2s are 50. So that simplest form of that given division is root 5 upon 2. Okay students, so similarly that two more examples are there, I will keep as your homework. Okay. Okay, 9th question is rationalize the denominator. Here we have in given number that the denominator is what? Irrational number, and we have to rationalize this denominator. Okay, means that irrational number we have to convert it as a rational number, is known as rationalization. Rationalize the denominator. So the method is, pay attention over here, you have to multiply that numerator and denominator part with same number such that the product of that denominator we get a rationalized number. And of course as we multiply both numerator and denominator by same root 5, means with that denominator itself, so root 5 into root 5, we know that product is 5, and in numerator we getting 3 root 5 upon that product as 5. So here we rationalize that denominator. Very simple examples that a 1 mark question asked in exam. Okay, now we try for the fourth one, 6 upon 9 root 3. So here again that denominator is 9 root 3 means irrational number, and we have to rationalize it. So here as we observe 9 root 3 means that root 3 we have to convert as a rational number, and hence we multiply both numerator and denominator by root 3 itself, and hence root 3 into root 3 we getting 3 into this 9, so answer is in denominator we getting, yes, correct, 27. Getting this, root 3 into root 3, product is 3 into this 9, 3 9s are 27, and in numerator we getting that product as 6 root 3. That numerator may be irrational, it becomes irrational, but we rationalize this denominator part. Okay, and again here you can simplify this because 6 and 27 both have 3 as a common factor. So again we simplify this, 3 2s are 6 and 3 9s are 27, so 2 root 3 upon 9. Okay, getting this, not divide that 27 by this 3. Okay, this 3 is a radicand which is irrational number and 27 is a rational, so we do division of these rational numbers only. Okay, So 6 and 27 both have 3 as a common factor, so we eliminate that 3 from both numbers, so we're getting that simplest form as 2 root 3 upon 9. So 9 is now rational number, so we rationalize this denominator. Okay, so these are the examples of practice set 2.3, and that remaining examples solve as your homework, students. Okay, and if you have any difficulty, then let discuss in our next Google Meet lecture, or you can send me your difficulties to my personal WhatsApp numbers. Okay, thank you, bye bye.